like this.
Back to the club.
Yeah, back across the
So
street.
you
got to pay the tab.
You're like the Gold Rush bounty hunter. You're like dog out there.
The whole reality show.
You should have made a show about your ass.
I'm gonna write a book eventually.
You carrying motherfuckers back across the street.
Literally, he was on my back. It's like
To pay his $300 tab.
Which he couldn't pay.
Unsolicited opinions. Ooh, I love those. Come on, nigga, let's go. I've been waiting.
So they called me back. They asked me to come back as a bouncer, and I'm like, okay, but I got to work with the guy that fired me.
I thought they fired him.
No, they fired the DJ that, and but I told them I'm not going to quit my job at Boomers that I just got. You just fired me a month ago.
Right.
Fuck, I'm not going to fuck them over.
Yeah.
So I was like, you can put me on a different shift,
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so you was working both of them.
Yeah. So I stayed. I was doing the Gold Rush Monday through Thursday, and then I would work over at Boomers Saturday and Sunday.
Damn.
Or no, Friday and Sunday. One of those. It was 2 days there, 2 days at the strip club and the weekends, and 4 days at bouncing. I was making so much money.
I could imagine.
At Boomers, I'm making like $500-600 a night.
Damn.
And at the Gold Rush a week, I'm making Jesus. I was probably pulling in $2,500 a week.
So at Boomers, was it the same thing? Dropping CDs in?
Yeah, same thing. That's just talking and dropping. So. But I was good at Boomers. You can say what you want. Like I was really good at Boomers. Like they loved me there. And plus the girls are it's like a training camp for strippers.
Yeah. I never looked at it like that. That's probably what Boomers kind of was. It's like
Boomers 18 and up. There was they danced on a table, so there was no touching at all. Like you touch their foot, we get. I've also bounced at Boomers. Like I was bouncing on some days when I wasn't working to go and DJing some days.
Right.
If they touch their foot, they're like, you got to go.
You got to get them out of here.
Like, Jesus Christ. And at the Gold Rush, anything going, it's a strip club, so.
Right.
And I'm getting paid for the strip club for girls want to stay in the room. They don't want me to come back there and bother, and they're giving me money to keep out of the room. The customer's giving me money to keep out of the room. So, of course, I'm still coming back there once at halftime, I'm jingling my fucking keys. Jingle, 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 jingle. I'm coming, put your dick up. You know what I'm saying? Jingle, jingle, jingle. I'm trying to give you
a warning, right?
Right, but I'm going to come back once because even if the girl knows you go crazy.
Right, I make sure ain't no murders happening up in here.
Right. Go back and see. Like one time I came in the room and the guy had he was buck naked. Like normally they probably got their dick out, but the girl sit on top of their lap.
Right.
Like we're fine. But this guy had his clothes folded and sitting on the table.
I'm finna get it in.
Literally folded all the way, shoes and socks and everything. He was buck ass. I was like, you got to get the fuck out of here, bro.
What about champagne room?
Yeah. I'm like, this ain't how it goes.
Why no champagne room? This champagne room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
He said, listen, I couldn't go home with all them oils on my clothes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, man,
I couldn't go home smelling like that.
Like stripper, I got no glitter on my shit. Fuck.
So I did that, and I was really good at it. Like, bouncing at the strip club isn't about beating people. That's what the outside people are for.
Yeah.
So if we have a real problem,
you call the outside.
Not that there weren't some monsters inside at night. Like Wes and Chris were big ass fellas, and I was 230 pounds myself. I wasn't a little fella,
Right.
So I'm like, and I only touched 2 people in my 7 years bouncing there.
So. But what did you call the people outside? Since y'all were floor managers,
they were outside security. They were outside security. Like we get them outside, they would beat the brakes off them if they were being
That's what I remember about Atlanta security. Don't ever get if you probably seen the club to get you outside. It's a wrap, bro. You better fight to stay inside. Once you get outside, it's over.
I touched 2 people.
And please don't try to go out the front. Don't let them take you out the back.
Back, yeah.
If you go out the back, it's ain't no cameras back there, bro. You're gonna stop the shit out of you.
For sure. So 2 people in my whole time there. One guy, he was barking at the girls, like roof, roof. And I walked over to him, like, hey, stop barking at the lady. He's like, roof. And I'm like, outside security, come get this motherfucker out of here. So he's trying to get him out. He can't get him out. He's just bracing on the walls, like, the little.
But he's trying to hold on.
He was trying not to get outside, like you said.
He must know the rules. Can I go out front, please? I don't know why I just gave to my man an Indian accent. I'm sorry I'm doing the accent. It just came out of nowhere.
I didn't know
guess
that was
in
Indian or Asian.
it's a bad comment. It's bad. Whatever it is bad accent I was doing. I don't know why I was doing that accent. I guess it's in my mind. I figured it's perpetrating this. Yeah.
The barking. Yeah.
The dude that got butt naked, and I've been doing this since him.
He was. Yeah, he was.
He was. That's what popped in my mind. I just figured.
I thought you were there. I didn't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what popped in my mind. Because
sometimes stereotypes are true.
That's why they're stereotypes. I tell people this. Some stereotypes they're based in some stereotypes are based somewhere in truth. Some
Absolutely.
are just out of there. But
So did they get him outside?
So he couldn't get him outside. I moved security aside. I scooped this bastard up and I throw him through. It's like Doc's, where that little entrance before the entrance, but that.
Yeah.
So he's in the little cubby way. He gets back up again. I throw him again. He's like halfway in and halfway out on the ground. So I knee the shit out of him in his ass.
Oh, that hurts.
So I'm walking back inside and I come back in and they're like, Trinity, come back to the front door. And I'm like, all right. He's like, that's that guy's tooth. And I'm like, what?
And your knee?
Yeah, his face hit the ground, I guess, so his veneer fell out. Oh. So he kept it. That's the first person I touched. We hung it up in the office, said tooth donor, in case he wanted to come back and get it.
Wow. Why okay, not to cut you short.
No, go ahead.
But in college, I'm trying to figure out this fascination of keeping the tooth. Because in college, freshman year,
it's like
one of my friends,
the trophy.
One of my friends got into a fight
on
the fourth floor on the freshman dorm. And he punched the guy and knocked his tooth out, and we kept it, right? And then we found some string, and we wrapped the string around, and we made a necklace out of it, and we let him keep it and wear it. And the guy's friends came back and was like, we need that tooth.
That's because why I kept it, in case they wanted it.
He's like, we need that tooth because the dentist say if we get the tooth soon, he can put it back in.
Exactly.
And we was like, fuck y'all.
Man, they get a fake one, keeping that shit.
No, I mean, I was being nice. If he came back for the teeth, they're expensive. I know. So I'm like, well, keep it for him and give it to him. And the other guy put me in the blotter on in AJC. So
you made a blotter?
Yeah. So,
that's an achievement.
So we're sitting there. This guy comes in and he's ringing up this tab. My boss told me to let him use his credit card over the phone. But so they took the number or whatever, and he's ringing up. He's got like this $300 tab, and it doesn't go through. And he's like, my friend's coming to pay for it, but his friend ain't coming. So he tries to. I'm getting off at this time. It's like 7. I'm fixing to leave. I'm walking out the back door. I see him goes off the back door. He takes off running.
I ain't got it.
So
wait a minute. I've never heard anybody. What do you call it? The ditch. Like when people eat and ditch. I never heard no stripping ditch.
Yeah, dick and ditch or whatever.
Is this what it is? Dick and ditch. I'm gonna go over here to dick and ditch over the strip club.
So I'm
making that shirt.
He takes off, and I'm running after him, and I grab him because I just got. He's right in front of me, so I grab him by his
like
jacket.
Strip club Magnum PI. You just out there.
Grab him by his jacket, and the motherfucker he slides out his jacket, does a little roll, gets back up, and keeps going. I got his jacket.
Right.
I'm like fuck, and he's running. He runs across the street, and one of our crackheads tackles him.
Stop. I got thank you, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, we got to stop right here.
Pause.
So
Gold Rush got their own crackheads.
So your strip club got their own crackheads.
They got t-shirts.
They clean the parking lot for us. We give him $20 at the end of the night. He goes around and cleans the parking lot.
I mean that's Atlanta hustle. Yeah.
I mean the Gold Rush is on Stewart Avenue.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Now if he was really smart, every morning he take that trash bag and dump all that shit out there.
Look at this shit out here. Look at it. Y'all need me. You know what? This gonna be a $60 job today. That's gonna be a $60 job. It used to be $20 to $60 out here.
The morning when all the cars gone, he just
because he gonna be up all night anyway. What he gonna be doing? He smoking crack all night.
We just see him when he got back from Crystal Palace to get our cars if we seen it. So.
I forgot. That was the blue building, right? The Gold Rush. It was like
purple. It's purple.
Purple.
It's
purplish.
Purple and gold. Yeah.
It's on the right. As you coming down.
I can see it in my head.
Or on the left.
I don't think I've ever been in that one. I've never been in the Gold Rush.
It was good.
Where we were coming from, it was always on the right.
Oh yeah,
Nicky's
he was coming
on the
down
left.
Cleveland.
And we would go up. Yeah, we would go up to Nicky's up on the left. Yeah, we passed by Gold Rush.
And there's another one right there on the right too. I forget that one was on Cleveland.
If you kept on going all the way, because Montrez was at the end of Cleveland, wasn't it? Like on that corner.
No, Montrez was in the West End, wasn't it?
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
That's like Boomers. That's like G League.
Yeah,
That's G League strip club. That's a G League. That's G League strip. That's a starter.
That's a starter strip club.
Summer league.
Yeah.
Summer League strip club.
Yeah.
So one of my crackheads tackles him, and
Crackhead's fast.
I mean, he didn't know what was coming. He had no idea that
You
guy
smoke
was on
some
our
crack.
team.
See how fast your speed gets.
That's like docs when people want to talk shit and y'all are behind them. They have no idea who's with us, because the customers are there and they have no idea.
So he got a good clean hit, like a good
man, He
NFL.
tackled the shit out of him. He probably been waiting to do that his whole life.
That do good, boss. How much crack I'm gonna get with this tonight?
Whatever $10 gets you.
He probably like
I should see whatever $10 gets you.
probably like Jerome Jackson, University Gold Rush.
Number 25.
And it's just like,
I smoke crack.
and I clean parking lots.
So I can smoke crack.
Can't have one without the other. I do what I want. So I walk across the street. I can walk across the street because they got him yoked up. So I walk over there and I snatch him up and I put his arm behind his back like this. And I chicken wing him and I grab his neck and I carry him on my back across the street like this.
Back to the club.
Yeah, back across the
So
street.
you
got to pay the tab.
you're like the Gold Rush bounty hunter. You're like dog out there.
The whole reality show.
You should have made a show about your ass,
I'm
motherfucker.
gonna write a book eventually.
You carrying motherfuckers back across the street
Literally, he was on my back. It's like
to pay his $300 tab,
Which he couldn't pay.
which you couldn't pay. So what happened then? All right, go
So I
ahead.
get him back across the street and I drop him in front of outside security. As soon as I drop him in front of outside security,
He take off again.
He's like, "Bam!" Security just pops him in his mouth.
Just for no reason.
Yeah.
Just GP.
Just GP.
Why you run?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Why you run?
I left.
Yeah.
I was done. And my job.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was time to go home. I was trying
I
to
mean,
leave.
I ran him down. What y'all want me else to
Y'all
do?
got to get him. So
Y'all gotta get him pay.
what happened was,
So what in a situation like that when somebody literally physically can't pay, what is y'all as a working in? You call the police? Is that
the police? They got it.
and you file charges? Theft by taking.
Yeah, theft by taking.
That by taking strip dance.
You can't get well. First of all, he wasn't getting dances. You can't get no dances on no credit.
Oh,
Like, you
he
gotta
was-
have
he was getting
cash.
Dances the whole I mean, yeah, he was putting. You can charge it on the card. They charge a 20% fee on the card. You can.
So you can get lap dances on the card.
It's called Gallardi bucks. So you get. You get every
Well,
strip
they
club
had
has
the
their
game.
own
They had the
bucks.
game sewn up.
And
boy.
they charging 20% on top.
On top of it, if you
Right, but I mean, can you just see you showing up for arraignment?
they ain't no fun though. Can
It's a-
you
it's
swipe
a-
your card to the stripper's ass?
Mr.
That
Johnson,
don't work.
Mr. Johnson,
They
I see
tried.
you're charged here with theft by taking. Looks like you got 15
Lap
dances.
dances and tried to run.
And a steak.
Oh, he said a steak. Oh,
First off, our steaks were $5.95 for a T-bone and fries when I worked there.
oh my God.
So and you had to
What-
get 2 drinks.
I mean, can we go right now? that sounds good.
They're not the same now.
Yeah, like when I went by there, they were like $18.95. I think last time I went to
Really?
the Gold Rush when my friend, one of the bouncers died
Well,
last year.
where you at now? The prime rib when it went up. What it used to be?
Yeah.
It used to be like $8.95, wasn't it?
$9.95.
$9.95. What is it?
12 now.
It's 12. Inflation.
So I get back and the AJC comes out the next day and apparently the guys he called his mom to come pay the tab and he said that the bouncer broke his arm.
Talking about you.
Yeah, I was like, I barely touched
Or
it.
you chicken winged them and carried them across.
I
the
definitely chicken winged the shit out. I might have shoved it up there pretty far, but
So-
I don't think I broke
So
it off.
that might have been a rotator cuff tear. But
Yeah, it ain't break. Yeah.
But it's in the blotter saying the guy at the Gold Rush couldn't pay his tab. His mom had to come pay it, and the bouncer broke his arm. So I was like,
I mean,
holy
it's
shit.
justified.
And no mention of the lick that the crackhead
No,
put on
no,
him.
He didn't
Can't even
get
get
it.
in nose.
They didn't know that
That's
part.
gonna be extra $20. I was there too.
Don't forget about me. I'm the MVP.
So I've been doing bad accents. Why has crackhead got the high pitched voice?
Because of Dave Chappelle. Because of
That's the
Tyrone
Dave Chappelle.
Biggles.
Come on, man.
I can't even do that one. So.
Oh my God. That's
Y'all
funny.
had floor managers, outside security, and crackhead circumference security.
So when did I want to go back to Boomers because I was always fascinated that place was. I always thought it was just a front because I was like, you can't have a strip club without alcohol.
You can. You just go outside as much as you want. Shit, I used to DJ, and I would put on a 4-minute song. I'd run down to my car and chug a fucking beer and run.
Well,
the
not
fuck back
you.
up.
Oh, you talking about where the patrons would do that too? Yeah, like they run outside and drink and come back in.
Yeah, they can go out, in and out as much as you want.
Was it ever a cabaret kind of situation where you could bring your own bottles in if you were old enough?
No.
Not like
I mean, some people were stupid. They order a Sprite and bring in fucking Jack Daniels, and their Sprite's brown. Like, you fucking idiot.
why you get a Coke, dumb motherfucker?
Literally. I'm like, you are the... It doesn't taste good with Coke. Oh, my God.
Really, dude?
It doesn't.
Big stupid.
It doesn't.
I mean, he's right.
And I would see... I'm like, you ordered a Sprite, bro. You didn't... the servers come up and they're like...
So you can go in and out as much as you want.
As much as you want.
I mean, I think I would like that then.
Yeah. I mean, if you were 18 and you couldn't get no other strip clubs, you would love it. Because
Right.
you can't get
Sure.
no alcohol anyways. So.
Right, but if you got a bottle in the car, I'm like, I'm going out of the
a whole
car.
lot of overage people in there, So not a whole lot of 30-year-olds are coming there when they can't drink, unless they just don't drink. Well, the girls were 18 to 21, like everyone.
Oh, so how old did you have to be a dancer there?
18.
Oh, 18?
18, so-
Is that like but at strip club you got to be 21, right?
No, you can be
You
18.
can be 18?
You can have, yes, you can get your purchase cost
Hold on,
$350.
Chris energetic. No, nigga, you be 18. I know my strip club laws.
It doesn't work very well. It doesn't work well because there's so much alcohol, then you're going to try to drink. And
Right,
you're fucking in
right.
trouble for
Yeah.
that.
Because you got to get a liquor license to work at the.
Yeah, $350.
You have to get one of those to be a server
it's
too?
not a.
Background, everybody,
Yeah,
background check.
I don't think it's called a liquor license anymore.
called-
Don't they got a stripper?
It's called a permit.
It's got an adult
Workers-
entertainment
It's a
permit.
donor, that's what it's called. A donor
So you got to have one of those to be a server at a bar too?
to be bar. You just got to have a server permit.
Right.
But a stripper, you got to have a. Well, in the city of Atlanta, I know you do. Within the city
Yeah.
of Atlanta, you got to get
Right.
a permit.
That's kind of dope.
Nah, it's just a
You got
money
a
hustle.
permit to strip, nigga.
Nah, it's just a way for them to raise money.
I mean,
for
I
the
know it
city to raise
is, but
But my time there was hard, I
like, I think I would think Atlanta of all places was like, I can strip in Atlanta. Where can you strip at? Arkansas. Get the fuck out of here.
There's some strippers got permits everywhere. So, they just
Yeah.
be traveling around stripping.
They got a deck of cards, like look like a spy with a
Yeah.
whole bunch of.
Look at my stripper permits. Like that's our resume.
I should have brought
Yeah.
y'all some of the photos I got because when I first started, we had a feature every
Don't you
week.
ever come back on my show without props. I want to see this fucking gymnastics video.
I brought my bowl. Does that not work?
All right.
You're excused. Yeah, that was,
No,
yeah.
fuck that. I want some backflips. I want some backflips.
And
damn
I
it.
want to see your fucking stripper portfolio book you got.
I'll bring you that for sure. But there was a feature every week. So there were porn stars. Like every week we had a different porn star.
I remember I'm seeing boomers.
No, you
Boomers?
talking about
Boomers?
Gold Rush? You talking about
Yeah,
Gold
Gold
Rush?
Rush,
Because
but
I
no.
remember the advertisements said Gold
Oh
Rush.
yeah, those two.
Boomers was just like back.
What was the one
easy.
that's down the street that opened up? Taj Mahal, wasn't that? Or
Well, Taj Mahal used to
be
be
the Playboy Palace, right?
No,
Taj Mahal was a strip club.
Yeah, Taj-
Yeah,
And
Taj
then-
Mahal was a
and
strip
then it
club.
turned into Vegas Nights.
Vegas Nights. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, but they kept their alcohol and took their nudity away.
Yeah.
But then they got closed down for underage serving, which is the
Is that why they got closed down?
Same thing for Vegas. That's why everybody in Smyrna gets closed down because that's why we're so fucking strict at docks. Like we're still there. If you look, every other bar around has shut the fuck down.
Oh, well, yeah. Docs has that's the one thing you can say about it. Like, it's stood the test of time.
Yeah, I mean we've had our one trouble with the little permit thing, but for most part, the girls are kind of consistent about.
I mean, but they are.
They are.
I mean, because they know.
You have to be because y'all the one establishment that can stay open as late as you do, and that's been there as long as you've been there. So how'd you get there?
Yeah, so the club, like I was saying, watching the girls for 7 years, they're all on every drug. So I learned about drugs and alcohol while watching them.
Right, of
Because
course.
my job is to maintain the girls.
Right. This is when you was the floor man, like the floor,
Floor
floor
manager. But then we had a house
And
mom
that-
too who handled the back part with the girls.
So every strip club has a house mom. I thought it was like
they need that.
a Hollywood stereotype.
They need a house
And
mom.
so a house mom is usually an older woman.
Could be a stripper that didn't want to strip no more. Could
Right.
just be somebody who's good with people.
And what is her duties, like her actual official duties entail? Like, what does a house mom actually do?
She provides for the girls' needs. So if
That sounds some pimp shit. I provide for these bitches' needs.
right, so they're on the period, they might need those things. they get.
Oh yeah, girls strip on their period. I ain't talking about.
Well, that was something I had to learn too. I was like, what the fuck do you mean when they're on their period? They don't come to work, right?
They take their week off, right?
They're not there.
But
They are.
They are.
So yeah,
So they just
that's what they do.
Sop it up before they go out on stage.
They cut the little
string
thing.
and then
So then somebody got to go get that.
yeah.
Who is somebody? Like you gotta. I got a period salvager, a tampon salvager coming in.
I guess the
House
girls.
mom. That's the house.
No.
He's backing in the
Mine
equipment.
pulling that out. I don't think the ones with short fingers were fucked. So they're like, you got to get it. No,
This is crazy.
It
Drone
was-
outside with
and the thing is, girls link up. So like it's like 30, 40 strippers on their period at the same fucking time. So they're all bitches.
I bet that was a bad week to
They're
work.
bringing them. She's bringing them chocolate. She's getting whatever. She does whatever that she makes sure they get there as well. That's
So
her
what's the
first
official
her
title
first
of a
job
house mom? Like what's like on the payroll? What does it say her job
That's
is?
her official job is getting the girls there. She needs to make sure that the girls come to work. Like she needs to make this get. She's the one who makes sure these girls are coming in.
And this is somebody that's at every strip club.
Every strip club.
Everyone.
Yes, every strip
A
club.
house mom.
And they get tipped out.
It makes it sound like a bordello. Or like I mean
And they get tipped out too.
Yeah, we all get a percent. So
those strippers hate y'all.
10% for the DJ. The bouncer only gets. We used to get $15 a day from the girls.
From each girl?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How many was y'all?
But listen, so we collect,
Yeah, right.
We collect $15 as a floor manager, but 5 of it goes to the house, the owner. 5 goes to the manager. 5 goes to you. So we're basically getting $5 from the girls.
But
But each girl.
Yes. However,
But so they got to do that over. Like there's a lot.
and then the DJ gets 10% of whatever they get, and the house mom gets
Really? The
$15.
DJ gets
and he's only
10%?
pushing buttons.
Yeah.
Whoa, we talked to.
I'll open up a strip club tomorrow. I said, man, y'all raping these women.
No, that's the customers. But they pay for it.
He was like,
But
no.
you getting the percent though.
And then we're getting, so that's the start money. But then every VIP room I sell, I get $5, $10 for that. So if I sell 20 rooms that day, it's an extra.
I mean, I understand. This. I mean, it's a service
Right.
industry.
And then you
yeah,
get
yeah.
and you get the side money. Like,
Yeah.
don't come back here.
Especially drug money. Jesus Christ, drugs were like we used to do cocaine for breakfast. So it was like, wow.
Ain't nothing changed.
I mean, but I had 3. I had 3 DUIs during that time. So
I mean, you worked at a strip club.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's so. And then I got in some trouble.
Right.
Which
that
sent
happens.
me on my little thug holiday for 2 years.
I love that. Yeah, I love that expression. Man, where you was at? Man, I was on Thug Holiday. I know y'all was in Cancun, but I was on mine.
Yeah, I mean we
Rikers. I was on that island.
It was all inclusive.
We got food.
All inclusive.
Alcohol shit was bullshit though. Fucking homemade shit, but
every 2
it was
weeks.
alright.
It
was alright.
Well, no, I mean we had the real shit in the other place though. They be bringing in bottles of Sprite full of vodka or whatever. Like the guards helping
I mean, I know the prison system all across the country is corrupt. Like,
You can
it's
get
too-
whatever.
you get whatever you
They
want.
doing
yeah.
exactly what you do it out here.
Exactly.
I promise you. They offered me cocaine in prison. I'm like, what the fuck I want to do cocaine in prison for?
It's 500% markup.
We're just gonna walk around the dorm looking crazy at people. Like,
And look staring at your ass all damn day.
no, this one, yeah.
And how'd you get it in here?
Yeah.
This shit smell funny.
Yeah. That fucking ass coat. He got the ass coat. My girl, she bring it in between her big titties. Yeah, it's just titty sweat coke, not that ass coke. I got the titty sweat coke. It's just $100 more.
It was a lot.
So after your thug holiday,
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And in between, like before and after, so I was bouncing at.
So when the Boomers closed, what year was that?
It was
It's not. It wasn't. It's recently, isn't it?
It was when I was locked. That was when I was locked up. So there was what happened whenever that big storm was. The big
The one
ice
that
storm.
knocked the windows out of Peachtree Plaza.
The ice storm where the whole
Oh, the whole city shut down?
everything froze
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
On Cobb Parkway, it was just a fucking parking lot. Like there were cars all over.
I remember that.
So the pipes busted at Boomers.
That was enough to shut Boomers down.
I mean, well, our bathroom was downstairs, so it was
Oh,
completely
flooded.
underneath that shit. And then
Where does Boomers now?
It's nothing. They tore it down.
It's like leveled.
Yeah, they tore it down.
But it was like right in that plaza on the corner.
there was Jimmy's.
On the corner of Windy Hill?
Yeah, they're
and-
putting a
No, it was on Kyle Parkway, wasn't it?
But yeah, I'm saying the corner of Windy Hill and Kyle Parkway, like
Yeah,
right in
like
that area right there, right?
apartments or something over there.
Wasn't it? I don't know.
The only thing that's still there is a check cashing place. They're like, you're not
Yeah, that
tearing
check,
it down.
that place,
that is that corner.
that's what I
We're
say.
staying
That,
right here.
and that place ain't going nowhere.
But yeah, all that was stuff.
Yeah, that check cash place been there for a long
It was
time.
there when it was Jimmy's.
I don't know. I've never known it not to be there. Like Po Folks, I remember Po Folks was right across the corner.
Yeah, folks. Well, I think it was just folks. I don't know if they was Po.
No,
I think
it started with Po Folks back
and
in the
then
day.
they changed
It
it to
changed to
Folks.
Cut
Folks.
this
Yeah,
Po off.
yeah, because it was a little, Po Folks. It was a rebranding moment for that whole chain. They cut the
Both folks used to be
good as shit.
I mean, yeah, country shit.
Fucking smothered pork chops, man. I would, man.
Fried
If they was open
okra.
right now, I'd be Uber Eatings for Po Folks right
Both
now.
folks was good.
You worked
Yeah.
that extra $10.
Yeah, it would be. I would eat it.
So in between that time, before I got there, I was bouncing to Underground Atlanta at Motions.
Oh, I remember Motion.
Hold on, not the motions we used to go to.
Yeah.
No. That's a separate motion. The motion you used to go to was in Decatur.
Decatur, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I worked for Big Boy Security because I couldn't get a job anywhere else. Because
I almost got a job with them, Big Boy Security.
that's where Chuck worked. Like Chuck was my boss before he worked with us at Doc's.
Oh wow!
That's how I knew Chuck. He was my boss at Big Boy.
I tried. I think I put an application with them one time.
I was the white guy.
Wow.
Just so you know.
That's everywhere you go. That's where you are. You're the white guy.
Pigmentally challenged, I like to say. you
No,
know, so.
no, you're good, Trent.
So then I got out and I went to the Falcons game. I saw Martin there,
right.
and he was at the game, and he was asking how things were, and I told him hard to get. Right at this point, I was bartending over at Cobb Energy. I was doing temp work, so
Yeah, like the events they had over there.
so
Yeah.
events and stuff. And,
Right.
and he saw him in the game, and he's like, "I was playing like hard to get a job. And I fell in charge."
Come here, brother.
He's like, "Well, I can use a bar back, brother. You know." And I'm like, "Cool, you know."
Because
So,
you know how much. Well, you
I'm
at the strip
like,
club.
I'm like, I can't come tomorrow.
So why you never get back at the strip club game though?
It's dangerous, man.
Is it now? Is it?
I mean, it's just like
Is it mobbed up?
well, it's just dangerous for me. Like,
Yeah, you gotta know. You gotta
I
know
don't
your
wanna get
limits.
caught.
You got that. That's you know what that is, Trent. It's
gotta know-
maturity. That's
yeah.
maturity, Trent. You realize I don't need to be in that environment. I'm not gonna put myself in that environment.
It's like so different, but it's different.
It's really not. Only thing Docs is missing is just well.
But
I've
what else- but the
I've
thing
seen
is-
titties in Docs.